For updates on sports stories across the globe, Aaron Akarijola joins us. Good morning, Aaron.
Yeah, good morning to you, Doctor. Good morning to you, Rufai. And let's actually run through it, starting off with actions from yesterday. In the Carabao Cup, Manchester United literally showed their desire and hunger to actually get into the next round of the competition with they had to come from behind literally to actually beat Aston Villa on the day, 4-2. It was a feisty encounter. Rashford on the score sheet, of course, not forgetting Scott McTominay was got the winner. Rashford getting the man of the match in that particular encounter, just capping it off with the fact that he was invited to the team. But the fourth round, the tie that everyone is looking forward to, 19th of December, just a day just after the World Cup, we'll be having Liverpool take on Manchester City again for a place in the next round of this competition. We have some other fixtures, but this is the star fixture everyone will be looking forward to in the fourth round. So let's see how it actually goes. Of course, making the case against Leicester among some of the teams there. Now, moving away from that to the World Cup squad. As we build up to the World Cup, several teams are announcing their 26-man squad for the tournament, and England actually put out theirs yesterday with that man, James Maddison, the surprise inclusion there. And some actually missed out, and the likes of Tammy Abraham, the likes of Fikayo Tomori, and I'm not happy that Nigerians have been trolling those people because they turned down the opportunity to play for Nigeria, but that's their choice. A bit easy also amongst the mix. Of course, Belgium also have actually put out their own squad. So shocking as it sounds, the man, Eden Hazard, is part of the squad. He hasn't really played so much. And not forgetting also the fact that Lukaku, who is still injured, is part of that particular squad, talking about the Belgian team. So let's see if Roberto Martinez can weave his magic and put out something good. But as we press it further, of course, the United States of America have actually put out their own squad. And the big talking point from an African perspective is that Timothy Weah is part of the squad for the first time. Of course, for those that don't know Timothy, he's the son of the legendary father, talking about George Opongwe, the only man, the only African to have ever won the Ballon d'Or award. So some will say anticlimax, understanding that.
And he's the president of Liberia.
That's what I'm saying. That's the irony of all this.
The president of Liberia's son is playing for America in the World Cup.
So it's a massive twist. Away from that, let's actually talk about the Super Eagles. They were in action yesterday. The Super Eagles Team B, I must actually state, the Team B were in action yesterday against Costa Rica. As Costa Rica are building to the World Cup, they actually lost to Costa Rica 2-0. Some will say this is an expected result because local-based players going against a team that is going to the World Cup. But the full team will be present to play Portugal on Thursday. So we're looking forward to that particular fixture as the World Cup draws ever closer. Now to Formula One, the Brazilian Grand Prix. So many people like what happens in Interlagos. So many people, but first of all, this man says he's over the moon because he was given an honorary citizenship, talking about Lewis Hamilton. He says he's over the moon. Whether that will translate to a win this season is left to be seen. But in the meantime, all attention is focused on Max Verstappen, who probably would have the opportunity to not just win the Brazilian Grand Prix, but even push it further. Of course, we are having a sprint later on today. Tonight, we'll be having some qualifiers go down. Of course, practice session 2. But for this man, talking about Verstappen, he's actually won 14 races. He can make it 15 on Sunday. Let's see if he will be able to blast it. He has several records he's gunning for. He's already eclipsed the number of points Lewis Hamilton actually garnered for himself in 2019, and he'll be hoping to push it even further. Now, quickly away from that, in Delta State, as a build-up to the National Sports Festival on the 3rd of December, the Delta State government have actually said categorically, I've spoken to the Commissioner of Sports, who has told me no one died in Asaba. That they were trying to do a little bit of remodeling for the National Sports Festival. A crane fell and just brought down that part of the building. Save that, no one actually was injured and no one died in this particular, the Samson, I beg your pardon, the Stadium in Asaba. Now, quickly, archery. Nigeria doing so well, and we got quite a lot of silver and quite a lot of medals. You can actually see in the compound archery for the men, and in the compound archery for the mixed team. Nigeria was able to actually pick up major medals, silver medals. Kudos to them. 15 countries actually attended this particular meet in South Africa, and for Nigeria to actually be one of the best, I must say, kudos to them, big ups to them. And finally, controversy trailing Sadio Mane and his appearance at the World Cup. We know he got injured 2 days ago, and right now, Fatma Samora, the Secretary General of FIFA, has been dragged into it. He said they don't use an orthodox means, but the UK press are reporting that they might decide to use witch doctor.
It's the Daily Mail. That's wrong.
But the point is this. That also is unorthodox. We've seen people do that, and there's also this particular thing they do in Brazil that is called blood spinning. They tried to do it for Radamel Falcao, Diego Costa. It did not work.
But Aaron, it does. You see, the racial slur there is the witch doctor. You see, the fact is, and this is the fact, leading up to 2002 World Cup in Korea, Japan, David Beckham too was injured, had a problem with his metatarsal. The whole world then knew what the meaning of a metatarsal was. They said he wasn't going to make it to the World Cup. But the doctors had to try out on orthodox means to heal his metatarsal real quickly, and he played in that World Cup. So when Fatima Zamora, the Secretary of FIFA, says unorthodox means, she's not saying witch doctor. Why? Where did Daily Mail get that Senegal is going to use witch doctor
Maybe
from?
they implied that.
Don't mind them. I don't like this foreign people.
Since we're Africans,
Even if Samora said witch doctor,
didn't say that,
whatever
but
she said,
don't mind them.
even if she said unorthodox means, it just underlines the importance of Sadio Mane to the Senegalese team.
Yes.
You'll recall that in the last Ballon d'Or, he was run out, if I may use that expression, to Karim Benzema. And he has been doing very well. He's in top
Africa's
form.
best player.
So it will look like, without Sadio Mane, what is Senegal going to do at the World Cup? So I think in a sense it's a tribute to him. He was injured on Tuesday.
Yes.
Right, but we don't know the extent of that injury. It looked like a hip injury. But despite that, today, when the manager of the Senegalese World Cup squad names his team, he's going to mention him.
Without a doubt.
You mentioned James Maddison. James Maddison, I think, is reward for hard work.
True.
He's been overlooked for the World Cup before now, but this time, because he's in top form, there's no way he could have been ignored. And then you have the strikers there, Raheem Sterling, Bukayo Saka.
Which I think Sterling doesn't deserve it.
All those
Callum Wilson.
However, the concern has been expressed by Alan Shearer that, look, this English squad is worried about the defense.
Yes.
That the defense, only Ben White and Trippier are the only ones that are informed. That all the other ones on that list.
That's why people question Fikayo Tomori's exemption.
And his prediction is that he doesn't think that England can go beyond the quarterfinals.
Yes.
Whether he's right or not, it remains to be seen. You talked about Formula One. The big issue in Formula One now is that many of the players ahead of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix are complaining about the penalty points changes. And they are asking for a review. They think that the penalties do not fit the crime and that has to be reviewed. As for Max Verstappen, right, this is his season. He's breaking all the records, and I don't think that anything will change in that regard. Congratulations to the archery team. I was so surprised that we have some Nigerians who are going about with bows and arrows and competing.
Doctor, we are very good in archery. We're very good.
In the next Olympics, the team of Rotimi Williams, and the others who represented in South
Africa. The Olympics is a different level.
I don't want 2 silver medals.
The Olympics is a different level.
This is an encouragement for them.
Massive encouragement, I must say.
And they deserve every support, I think, from the Nigerian sports authorities. To be able to add this particular discovery to our areas of competition international.
Dr. Abati, I'm happy you said support, because a lot of this are the grind of mostly these guys, Rotimi Williams and these people there.
Olasende,
and all of that. So please go out there and support them. And honestly, I have fears too, like Alan Shearer, about the defense line in England. It is really very bad. I mean, since the likes of Rhys James left and the likes, it's quite very sad. But some good additions on the team. Ben White too, reward for hard work, very sturdy defense. I'm happy about Maddison being in there. I'm also happy about Conor Gallagher good reward. But
this is a striker.
But I'm shocked to see Raheem Sterling. I don't know what the guy has played to deserve that.
No, but the point is, Gary Southgate has also favored people that he had worked with in time past. Because if you look at it, 21, they say 21 of the 26 players at some point in time and the other building up to the Euros actually played for the
and the consolation for us Nigerians, I thought when I saw the German lineup, there was a certain Adeyemi there. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes. No, but for England, they decided that most of the Nigerians or English players of Nigerian descent didn't even make the team.
But Bukayo Saka is there. Okay. Saka wonder. Let's go.
Also not in Nigeria. Gareth Southgate says we have everything covered. That remains to be seen.
Okay.
He needs to, beat the prediction of Alan Shearer that the English squad will not go beyond the quarterfinals. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes.